Have you ever wondered why some people's homes always look perfectly organized and peaceful, no matter how busy their lives get? What if I told you that the secret isn't about having more storage space or expensive organizing systems, but about following 10 simple principles that have been used for centuries to create harmony in the home? These aren't just cleaning tips. They're life-changing methods that will transform not only your living space, but also your mind and daily routine. Right now, you might be feeling overwhelmed by the clutter around you. Maybe you've tried organizing before, only to find everything messy again within weeks. You're not alone in this struggle, and the frustration you feel is completely normal. But what you're about to discover will change everything. These 10 principles will show you exactly how to create a home that stays organized naturally, without constant effort or stress. The stakes are higher than you might think. A cluttered home doesn't just look messy. It actually increases stress hormones, reduces productivity, and affects your sleep quality. But when you apply what you're about to learn, you'll experience something remarkable, a sense of calm that flows through your entire day. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete system that works with your natural habits instead of against them. Stay with me, because the final tip alone will revolutionize how you think about your belongings forever. Tip 1. Start with your heart, not your head. This emotional connection becomes your guide for every decision you make. When you hold each item in your hands, pay attention to your body's response. Does this object make you feel happy, neutral, or slightly tense? Your body knows the answer before your mind does. Items that bring joy or serve a clear purpose should stay. Everything else needs to go, regardless of how much it costs or who gave it to you. This isn't about being wasteful. It's about surrounding yourself only with things that support the life you want to live. Many people skip this step and jump straight into organizing systems, but this is why their efforts fail. Without an emotional foundation, you're just moving clutter around instead of eliminating it. When you know how you want to feel in your space, every organizing decision becomes obvious and natural. Start with just one small area, like a single drawer or shelf. Hold each item and notice your response. Keep only what makes you feel positive or serves an essential function. This process might feel slow at first, but it's building a skill that will serve you for life. Once you master this emotional awareness, organizing becomes intuitive instead of overwhelming. Tip 2. One category, complete victory. This means gathering every single item of one type from your entire home before making any decisions. Start with something easy like books, magazines, or kitchen utensils. Collect everything in that category and put it all in one central location where you can see the full scope. This approach is powerful because it shows you exactly how much you own in each category. Most people are shocked to discover they have 5 can openers or 30 books they'll never read again. When you see the full collection together, it becomes obvious which items are duplicates, broken, or no longer needed. You'll naturally keep only the best examples of each type. Work through one complete category before moving to the next. Don't jump around between different types of items, even if you get bored or distracted. Complete victory means finishing the entire category, deciding on every single item, before starting something new. This builds momentum and prevents the half-finished projects that create more mess than you started with. The order matters too. Begin with categories that have less emotional attachment, like cleaning supplies or old electronics. Save sentimental items like photographs or family heirlooms for later, when your decision-making skills are stronger. Each completed category gives you confidence and energy for the next challenge. Remember, this isn't about perfection. Some items will be easy to decide on. Others will require more thought. Trust the process and keep moving forward. The goal is progress, not paralysis. Tip 3. Create homes, not storage. Every item you decide to keep must have one clear, designated home. This home should be as close as possible to where you use the item most often. Kitchen knives belong near the cutting board, not in a drawer across the room. Reading glasses belong beside your favorite chair, not upstairs in the bedroom dresser. When items live where you naturally reach for them, putting them away becomes automatic. The key is to make the right action easier than the wrong action. If returning an item to its home requires walking to another room, opening multiple drawers, or moving other things out of the way, it won't happen consistently. But when the home is convenient and logical, maintaining organization requires almost no effort. Start by observing your natural habits for 1 week. Notice where you instinctively set down your keys, where you tend to leave your shoes, where you naturally place the remote control. These patterns reveal the best locations for each item's home. Work with your habits instead of trying to change them completely. And if you're enjoying these tips, just imagine having everything organized in one place, with even easier tricks to keep your home clean, fresh, and stress-free every day. To make your life even simpler, I've prepared something special that can truly transform your daily routine. The link is right there in the first comment. Just click and check it out. Don't miss this chance. Your home and your time deserve it. Tip 4. The power of empty space. Aim to fill storage spaces only about 70 to 80% full. This extra space serves multiple purposes. It makes everything easier to see and access. It allows for natural expansion when you acquire new items. Most importantly, it creates a sense of calm and abundance instead of cramped stress. Empty space also makes cleaning much faster and more pleasant. When surfaces aren't covered with objects, dusting takes seconds instead of minutes. When drawers have room to breathe, finding what you need happens instantly. This breathing room is an investment in your future self, the person who will be maintaining this organization every day. Many people resist this principle because they feel guilty about wasting storage space. But consider the true cost of overpacking, the time spent searching for buried items, the stress of cramped spaces, the energy required to maintain overstuffed systems. Empty space isn't wasteful, it's efficient. Start by removing just 10% of the items from your most packed storage areas. Notice how much easier everything becomes to manage. This small change will convince you that less really is more when it comes to home organization. Tip 5. Everything visible, everything accessible. They allow you to see contents at a glance without opening multiple boxes or drawers. When storing seasonal items or infrequently used belongings, clear labeling becomes essential. But for everyday items, visibility trumps everything else. Height matters more than you might realize. Items used daily should be stored between knee and shoulder height, what organizers call the golden zone. Things stored too high require step stools or dangerous reaching. Things stored too low require uncomfortable bending and are easily forgotten. Reserve these difficult zones for items used only occasionally. Group similar items together, but keep the group small enough to scan quickly. A drawer with 5 types of kitchen utensils is manageable. A drawer with 15 types becomes overwhelming. When groups get too large, it's time to subdivide or reduce the quantity. Test your systems regularly by actually using them. Can you find what you need within 30 seconds? Can you put things away without moving other items first? If not, adjust the system until it flows naturally with your habits and physical capabilities. Tip 6. One-touch rule. When you finish reading a magazine, decide right then whether to keep or discard it. When mail arrives, sort it immediately into action piles instead of creating a growing stack. This rule prevents the accumulation of small messes that grow into overwhelming projects. Those piles of "I'll deal with this later" items are productivity killers that create visual chaos and mental stress. By handling things once, you eliminate these problem areas before they start. The key is having systems ready for immediate action. Your jacket needs a convenient hook or hanger. Mail needs predetermined categories and locations. Every frequently used item needs a designated home that requires minimal effort to access. Start small with just one category of items, like dishes or clothing. Practice the one-touch rule consistently for 2 weeks until it becomes automatic. Then gradually expand to other areas of your home. This builds the habit slowly without creating overwhelming pressure. Remember that this rule applies to decisions too. When you're organizing, don't create maybe piles. Decide once: keep, donate, or discard. Revisiting the same decisions multiple times wastes energy and creates decision fatigue. Trust your instincts and move forward confidently. Tip 7. Seasonal rotation system. This process serves multiple purposes. It forces regular evaluation of your belongings, keeps current items easily accessible, and creates more breathing room in your daily storage areas. Use this rotation time as a natural editing opportunity. As you pack away winter coats, notice which ones you never wore. When unpacking summer clothes, be honest about items that no longer fit your lifestyle or body. Seasonal rotation becomes a built-in decluttering system that prevents accumulation over time. Store off-season items in clearly labeled containers with brief contents lists. Include the date when you packed each container. This information helps you make better decisions during the next rotation. Items that remain unopened for multiple years are prime candidates for donation. Consider the specific needs of different item types. Clothing needs protection from moisture and pests. Sports equipment needs ventilation to prevent odors. Holiday decorations need careful wrapping to prevent damage. Proper storage extends item lifespan and makes each rotation smoother and more pleasant. Tip 8. The daily reset ritual. Choose a consistent time that works with your natural energy levels and schedule. Many people find success with a brief reset before bedtime, treating it as a calming transition into evening relaxation. Others prefer morning resets that create a fresh start for the new day. The timing matters less than the consistency. Focus on high-impact areas that affect your daily mood and productivity. Kitchen counters, dining tables, and living room surfaces usually top this list. Return items to their designated homes, deal with any accumulated mail or papers, and do a quick visual scan for anything out of place. Make the ritual pleasant rather than punitive. Play favorite music, light a candle, or combine it with other enjoyable activities. This positive association helps the habit stick long-term. The goal is creating a sustainable routine, not a perfect house. Track your progress for the first month by noting how long the reset takes and how you feel afterward. Most people discover that this small investment of time saves hours of weekend organizing and reduces daily stress significantly. The compound effect of consistent small actions creates remarkable results over time. Tip 9. Quality over quantity philosophy. This approach reduces clutter while improving your daily experience with the things you use most often. Before acquiring any new item, ask yourself 3 questions. Do I have something that serves this function already? Will this item genuinely improve my daily life? Am I willing to maintain and find space for this item long term? These questions prevent impulse purchases and ensure new additions earn their place in your home. Apply this philosophy to items you already own too. Replace multiple cheap tools with one high-quality version. Choose one perfect coffee mug instead of keeping 6 mismatched ones. Invest in bedding you love instead of settling for adequate sheets. When you surround yourself with items you genuinely enjoy, taking care of them becomes natural instead of burdensome. This doesn't mean everything must be expensive. Quality includes durability, functionality, and how much pleasure the item brings you. A simple wooden cutting board that feels good in your hands might bring more daily joy than an elaborate gadget that complicates meal preparation. Consider the total cost of ownership, including storage space, maintenance time, and mental energy. Sometimes the most expensive option becomes the most economical when you factor in these hidden costs. Quality items often last longer, perform better, and require less frequent replacement than cheaper alternatives. Tip 10. Trust the process, not perfection. Maybe the item's home isn't convenient enough. Maybe you're trying to store too many things in one space. Maybe you need a different type of container or organizing tool. Perfectionism is the enemy of sustainable organization. When you set impossibly high standards, you create an all-or-nothing mentality that leads to giving up entirely when things get messy. Instead, aim for good enough systems that you can maintain consistently over time. Remember that organization is a skill that improves with practice. Your first attempts might feel clunky or incomplete, but each iteration teaches you something valuable about your preferences and habits. Trust that you'll get better at making decisions, creating systems, and maintaining order as you gain experience. Celebrate small victories and acknowledge the effort you're putting into creating a more peaceful home. Every drawer you organize, every surface you clear, every system you create is an investment in your future well-being. The compound effect of these small improvements creates remarkable transformation over time. These 10 principles work together to create something remarkable. A home that supports your best life instead of draining your energy. You've learned to start with emotional connection, work in complete categories, create logical homes for your belongings, and maintain systems with minimal daily effort. More importantly, you've discovered that organization isn't about perfection. It's about creating space for what matters most to you. The transformation begins the moment you start applying these principles. Choose one tip that resonated most strongly with you and commit to implementing it this week. Maybe it's creating a daily reset ritual, or maybe it's finally tackling that one category of items you've been avoiding. Small, consistent actions create lasting change faster than occasional massive organizing sessions. Your home should be your sanctuary, not a source of stress. When you walk through your door, you should feel peace, not overwhelm. These principles make that vision achievable for anyone willing to invest time in creating better systems. The life you want is waiting on the other side of the clutter. Which principle will you start with today? Take a moment right now to look around your current space and identify one small area where you can apply what you've learned. Your future self will thank you for taking this first step toward a more organized, peaceful life. And remember to subscribe and ring that notification bell if these tips helped you see your home in a new way. There's so much more to discover together on this journey to better living.